Hey YouTube, how's it going? Well, I'll tell you what, not too bad today. Kinda on the warm side, and the humidity is, the humidity is going up, actually I think a little higher than the temperature, which makes for a heat index that is considerably higher than the actual temperature, and that's, the heat index is what it actually feels like, which means the heat index is in the upper 90s, and the air, it's like trying to breathe a loaf of bread. That's how it feels to me. And so, I haven't managed to get a whole heck of a lot done during the day because I opted to attempt sleeping away through the hottest part of the day. That would have me awake and alert and actually able to do things during the cooler part of the day, or actually night, and so on. That's the way that's going. Yeah. Now, about the weird lie that is mentioned in the title of this video. A few days ago, I stopped at a local convenience store to get some gas and so on. And as I was coming out of the place after paying for my goods and getting back to the car, somebody comes up to me and says, you know, your tail lights and your turn signals aren't working? You know, and I'm concerned about this, you know. And he tells me again, you know, because he says he followed me, he was behind me for a block and a half or whatever before I got to the store to turn off of there, and he said that my turn signals and my tail lights were not working. Turn signals and brake lights, excuse me. Turn signals and brake lights. He said they weren't working. And I'm thinking, oh no, I don't need this. I don't even know which bulbs are what, or how to get to them anymore. It's been years and years since since I've even looked back there, you know. And I don't need this, because that means taking the thing to a shop and letting them do it, because I gave up on the idea of working on cars a long time ago. I hate working on cars. I always hated it, and I decided years ago I wasn't going to do it anymore. And so I get home, and I decide, okay, I'm going to back the car into the carport. And just to satisfy myself, I'm going to test these things myself. Now, the brake lights I couldn't test because, well, in order to do that, you have to have somebody stepping on the brakes and somebody else behind the car to tell you if they're working. Well, that doesn't work, obviously, because there ain't nobody else here. It's just me. But I did test the turn signals, and they worked just fine. By extension, I conclude that the brake lights work. And part of the reason for this is that the local police, which are pretty good about pulling people over when they don't have lights working properly and stuff like that, never bothered me at all. And so I come to the conclusion that this person lied to me about my brake lights and turn signals not working. The big question is, why? I can't for the life of me understand why this person would do that. Now, this was just some Joe nobody that I had never seen before in my life. I have no idea who this person is and don't care, because I've never seen him before. So why would anyone go up to a person they have never even seen before and tell them something like that that is so patently not true? There is no sense, rhyme, reason, or sensibility to it at all. And this wasn't some kid out doing some kind of pranky thing. I mean, this guy was like in his late 30s or early 40s or something like that, you know? And generally speaking, normally, in most cases, I think, by the time a person gets into their late 30s and 40s and stuff like that, they have matured enough to be beyond the point of doing something like that as a prank, because there's no sense or sensibility or reason to it. But they did. He tells me something, he tells it to me twice, and he's dead serious about it. And, you know, he says, hey, you got to do something about this. That's a problem. You got to do something about it, yada, yada, yada. And I get home and I check everything and it works. Which means this man told me a lie that was completely senseless. Totally weird. Why does a person do that? I don't understand that. Anyway, that's the thought for today. And that's Monday. This is Monday's video, the 6th of July. So video every day in July does continue and will continue, even if I do get to where I'm recording at like 11:25 at night. I really need to start backing that time up and start doing these things in the morning the way I want to. I don't know why I don't. I really don't. Other than the fact that I wake up in the morning and I hurt so much that I can't even think about anything until I have some coffee and painkillers. Yeah. Anyway, that's what's going on today. Or in this case, more recently. And now I am out of here to get some Skyrim recorded and another episode of 7 Days to Die, and get set up to do some stuff on Hermitcraft and perhaps even the main world, and so on. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here.
It's the TinFoilChef.